The markets don't open today. That's how you know it's real. You're worth $14.2 billion. At 9:30 a.m., the opening bell should ring. It doesn't. Trading is suspended. Banks are limiting withdrawals. Your phone vibrates non-stop. And outside your headquarters, people are already gathering. You are still a billionaire, but the system that makes you one is cracking. If you enjoy stepping inside worlds of power, crisis, and survival, subscribe now, because each week we experience realities few ever see. Now, let's begin. You wake at 5:42 a.m. No alarm. You built discipline long before you built wealth. Your bedroom is silent, climate-controlled, sealed from noise. Floor-to-ceiling glass reveals the skyline, still glowing in early blue light. Everything looks normal. That's the unsettling part. Your phone rests on the nightstand. 27 notifications. You don't open them immediately. You sit up slowly. Control your breathing. You've seen volatility before. Recessions, flash crashes, political instability. But something feels heavier. You unlock your phone. Message from your chief financial officer. Quote, "Liquidity stress accelerating. Call me before open." Another from your risk division. Quote, "Counterparty exposure worse than forecast." Unquote. And then one short message from a private banking contact. Quote, "Withdrawals spiking overnight." Unquote. You stand, walk toward the window. The city moves like nothing is wrong. But you understand systems, and systems rarely announce their collapse loudly. They flicker first, then freeze. 9:30 a.m. You're inside your private office. Large screens cover one wall. News anchors speak carefully, too carefully. We're experiencing a temporary market suspension. Temporary. That word is doing too much work. Your encrypted conference line opens. 5 familiar voices join. Founders, fund managers, industrial magnates, men and women worth billions. Normally confident. Today restrained. One speaks first. Interbank lending has stalled. Another, 3 major institutions halted transfers overnight. You lean forward. How contained? Silence. Then, it isn't. Systemic. That word doesn't need explanation. It means infection, and infection spreads. You glance at your holdings dashboard. Red indicators flicker. Markets frozen, but futures collapsing. Confidence evaporating. You feel it now. Not fear, but instability. And instability is unpredictable. By noon, social media is in chaos. Videos of crowded banks, ATMs running dry, hashtags trend globally. Your name appears in opinion threads. Billionaires protected themselves. Corporate greed collapse. You close the app. Anger needs a symbol, and wealth makes an easy one. Your head of security knocks. We're increasing exterior presence. You nod. You built security around assets for decades. Now you're building it around perception. You authorize a public statement. Calm, balanced. We remain stable and fully operational. You know it's partially true. Liquidity exists, but liquidity depends on movement, and movement is slowing. Emails from employees begin arriving. Will payroll continue? Your companies employ over 60,000 people. Their families depend on decisions you make in quiet rooms. You feel the weight of that. For the first time, this collapse feels personal. The city grows louder at night. Protests form downtown, not violent yet, but louder. Your estate sits outside the urban core, gated, monitored, secured. You eat dinner in mere silence. Your spouse watches the news. You pretend calm. But your mind calculates constantly. Exposure percentages, debt structures, foreign asset mobility, worst-case timelines. You step outside onto the terrace. Helicopters hum faintly in the distance. You remember something your mentor once said. Money is stored trust. If trust disappears, money becomes theoretical. For the first time in decades, you wonder how theoretical your billions really are.
Banks announce withdrawal caps. Small businesses shutter immediately. Videos of frustrated owners circulate everywhere. Protests grow organized. Signs now include names, corporate names, your corporate names. Your communications team advises reduced visibility. Your political contacts stop answering quickly. They are busy surviving their own narratives. You hold an emergency board meeting. 2 strategies emerge. Strategy 1, cut non-essential operations, preserve liquidity, go defensive. Strategy 2, inject emergency capital, protect payroll, stabilize markets psychologically. Both carry risk. If collapse deepens, capital injections vanish. If you stay quiet, perception hardens. You adjourn the meeting without deciding, because either way, you become more exposed.
Markets reopen briefly, then plunge 14%. Trading halts again. Fuel distribution slows. Shipping delays multiply. Your net worth drops 31% on paper. Still billions, but shrinking. You move discreetly. Transfer funds offshore. Strengthen hard asset positions. Increase private security contracts. Secure private aviation clearance. You don't announce these moves. Preparation is silent. But something unexpected happens. Government officials request private consultation. Your logistics company controls significant supply chains. They need cooperation. Power is shifting. You see it clearly. When public systems weaken, private systems become essential, and essential equals leverage.
Your advisors reconvene. This time, urgency is visible. Public anger is focusing upward, media narratives intensifying. You watch footage of crowds. Anger is no longer abstract, it's directed. You walk alone to your headquarters late at night. Rows of empty desks, silent elevators. You built this from nothing. Years of 18-hour days. Risk, sacrifice, calculated bets. You didn't inherit this, you earned it. But public emotion doesn't care about origin stories. It cares about imbalance. You stand in the executive conference room. City lights flicker beyond the glass. You make your decision. You authorize billions in emergency payroll stabilization, publicly, immediately. Not charity, strategy. If society collapses fully, wealth loses meaning. If society stabilizes, influence multiplies. You choose stabilization.
Capital controls are imposed nationally. International travel restricted. Currency volatility extreme. But something stabilizes slightly. Your companies remain operational, employees paid, supply chains partially intact. Public anger softens, not because trust returns, but because exhaustion replaces outrage. You begin quiet negotiations, regulatory adjustments, infrastructure partnerships. You secure long-term positioning, not exploitative, strategic. The collapse didn't eliminate power, it redistributed it, and you adapted faster than most. One evening, you return to the same window where this began. The skyline is dimmer, more cautious, but functioning. Your wealth is down nearly 40%, yet your influence? Greater than before, because you acted. You realize something profound. Money survives in stable systems. Influence survives in unstable ones. The collapse tested your empire. It tested your psychology more. Panic destroys. Adaptation builds. You did not survive because you were richest. You survived because you moved first. The economy didn't end. It reset. And you learned the difference between wealth and power. Wealth is numbers. Power is positioning. And survival belongs to those who understand systems before they break. If you want to step inside more worlds of power, crisis, and hidden influence, subscribe now. Because next time, you won't be watching history. You'll be inside it.